Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Uncle Pete from Super Easy Forex, and I got a good hot topic for you guys today. I hope you listen to it all the way through. I apologize for my neighbors. When you live on a lake, you hear the ducks. But here's the deal. I want to give you guys some things to think about today as you're going and getting ready for the new trading week. Today is Sunday, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be getting prepared for the new trading week. What I want you to do is to really hear me out real good on this particular video, because I really want you to focus on your mindset. I have said many times before, and I will say it over and over and over again, to be honest with you, and I mean being genuinely honest with you, I really don't believe the Forex market is for everybody. And it's not because anybody and everybody can't come in and win. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with trading systems or whatever else. I really don't think that everybody has the right personality for it. In fact, I will go as far as to say, I don't really think that everybody has the right personality for any type of investment. Okay? Some people just can't handle risk. Some people just can't handle the emotional roller coasters that comes with this kind of opportunities. And notice the word I use, I call it what? Opportunities. Because for many, you can have two people in the same exact room, present the same opportunity to them, but one person will succeed, the other one will not. Why is that? And think about it. It's not just Forex. Think about any business opportunity. You can have two people. Matter of fact, you can have two people living in the same home. Let's go as far as to say even in your home. You have one person who's in your home who has a mindset of success. Hey, let's go ahead and take the challenge. Let's go ahead and see where it goes. You got the other person in the same exact household who is very negative. No, it's too risky. No, I don't. You understand what I'm saying? So I really don't think that this business, and I'm using the term business because I'm going to be leading into teaching you today on something important. This business of Forex is not for everybody. So as I go through this list and I begin to talk about it, I want you to see where you fall in line with this, because it's time for a wake-up call within your own soul and within your own heart to figure out whether this is for you. Okay? So I'm going to talk to you about the mindset of those who succeed versus the mindset of those who are struggling. And notice what I'm talking about. It's not even about winning percentages. One of the questions people ask all the time, oh, when I get a trading system, what's the winning percentage? Truth is, you can have two people in the same room. One will have a winning percentage that is very high, and the other person will not. Why? Because in Forex, once you get a trading system, it could be the best one in the world. But at the end of the day, the problem is the person who's sitting there using it. Did you follow the instructions on how to use that trading system? One person will read the instructions and follow accordingly and have high success. The other person who's looking for quick success with a bad attitude will not do the steps of even reading the manual or going through the tutorials, and therefore they are already kind of like setting themselves up for failure with the same exact trading system. Is it the trading system? No. Before the trading system was touched, the person was doomed for failure. Why? Because they didn't have the right mindset of saying, okay, I'm going to do exactly what is necessary to win. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you see how this is going? I'm separating you and helping you to rethink how you're seeing the way you're trading. Because the same mindset that you use for trading is the same mindset most people have with their attitude towards investments of any type or anything in their life. You have a winning mindset, and then you have those who have challenges with having a winning mindset. Notice I didn't say loser mindset, but you end up losing because your mindset wasn't prepared in the first place. You already had negativity coming into the door. So when you bring that negative energy into the door, all you're looking for is primarily, now watch how the mind works, because you have the conscious mind and you have the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind says, I want to win, I think I can do it, and da. But your subconscious mind's already targeted losses. I'm a loser, I'm a this, and let's go through it. Let's just go through it, and I'll show you what I mean. And until you fix this problem, I don't care what you do, you're going to have a challenge. Because it's not about the trading systems, it's not about winning or losing percentages, it's about you. And that's the one thing you don't want to face, so you're always finding somebody else to blame. But today we're going to deal with you. Where's your mind at? Let's talk about it. Number one, here's some thoughts that a lot of people who have a losing mindset bring to the table before they even get through the door good. So here's some of the things they say. Well, who's the scammer? Who's the scammer? See, you're already looking for negativity. That's why you're constantly finding it. You're looking for flaws before you even get started good. And therefore, you find that kind of energy. Winners don't look at it that way. We're not concerned about who's a scammer, who's not a scammer. Are there scammers out there? Plenty of them. Yes, absolutely. There's plenty of them. But we don't see it as an obstacle to our success. We just step past it when we encounter it. Do you see the difference? We don't become scam hunters because we're too busy trying to be success hunters. So we encounter many negative situations. And watch this. Oftentimes, those who have a winning mindset pursues and ends up bumping into more scammers than the average person. Why? Because the winning person is trying harder than the person who is not. So therefore, they put in more effort in their pursuits. And when you put in anything more than the normal average person, you end up running into more problems as well. It's just part of the ride. But you don't let that stop you. You just learn from it and keep it moving. But too often, mental mindset kind of people who's having these challenges, they stop and, oh, well, this person is a scammer, that person's. So therefore, even if you come across somebody who's willing to help you, you still will look at them through the lens of what? Scam, 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 because you're already looking for scams. And that's the kind of energy you draw, just negativity. So you convert even the best situation into a bad one, not because the situation was actually bad, but because your perception is bad. Let's go to the next one. I'm a loser. Now, nobody will obviously say this out loud to anybody. But again, we're dealing with truth because the Bible says the truth will set you free. So my question is, and let me move this camera over here a little bit. Okay, help with the lighting a bit because I see the lighting is bouncing a bit. Let's see if that helps. Okay, hopefully that helps a bit. So accordingly, people will not say, oh yeah, I do feel like a loser. They will never say that out loud to anybody. But we're not talking about talking out loud. I'm talking to you, the person, and in your head. Are you actually saying that? Are you actually feeling like that? See, what you say to people and what you say to yourself is often not the same thing. And so therefore, if you come through the gate with a mindset of feeling like you're a loser already, then any loss you take in Forex just magnifies that. You could have, watch this, and I see it all the time and throughout the years of me being in this Forex industry, stock market, options, I've traded those too. I did real estate. It's always the same thing. You'll have two people who can come in a room. One will come against a challenge and a loss and keep it moving. The other person to come against the first or second loss and they quit. They just, oh my God, oh my God. But that's because you came through the door looking with the mindset through the lens of you were a loser, because that's your perception of yourself. And where did that come from? Oftentimes, a lot of these loser mindsets was established because somebody told you that, and you have not divorced their thinking about you. You married it. And therefore, all your life, you've been trying to run away from what they said about you. And so therefore, any new opportunity, Forex, stock market, you can go down the list, you give it a try, but then you in your own head has already been sabotaged because of what somebody else said about you, and you believe them. So now you don't say it out loud. And some people have these arrogant attitudes. Oh yeah, see. But what they're doing, they're fronting, because inside they know they don't feel like we're a winner. So then you come to the table and watch how this plays out in Forex. I told you I'm gonna help you. You don't have to like me. You don't ever have to see another video of me, but I'm gonna help you with some truth because the truth will set you free. Here's the truth. The problem in Forex is that when it comes down to trading, there is nobody around you but you and them charts. And if you lose a trade, the thought process that was already echoing in your head, I'm a what? Loser. And you lose a trade, then what happens is you begin to hear that talk in your head louder and louder and louder. And you're sitting in front of your computer crying and upset. And it was just a simple loss. As I showed them last week in our group, I sent out a signal on AUD Swiss. AUDCHF. That trade lost. It did. See, I have no problem confessing. That trade lost. But what I did, I implemented what I taught to my students, that when we lose trades with our system, oh, you hang tight, baby, because see, here's the deal. The market makers will manipulate the charts, but then if you wait a little while, it'll come right back and you'll make back what you lost with profit. And what I did was I resent out the same signal on the same pair, and we end up winning the next go round on the same exact one that we lost on. But see, notice the mindset. Okay, I lost that trade, no big deal. We'll come back and get our money back. Ain't no big deal. See, when you have a positive mindset with confidence about who you are as a person, no one loss is going to affect you. You just take it on the chin and then turn the other cheek, like Jesus said, and you keep it moving. And sometimes you come right back to that same pair and get your money back, and it's not a big deal. See, you're not making it, watch this, write this down. You're not making it personal. See, things become personal to you because you're having a personal problem with your thinking about who you are as a person. Oh, this is some good preaching here. And I ain't even a preacher, but I'm telling you the truth. Because what? The truth will set you free. Do you see the difference between a person who's just trading as a business versus a person who's trading against their own mindset? One person sees it as, okay, you know what? It was just a loss. Let me go and get ready for the next one. The person who's struggling with themselves see it as a personal loss. I'm a loser and I just lost another trade, and so that confirms I must be a loser. No, it was just the market. It had nothing to do with you, loved one. Oh my God, 500,000 people should be listening to this. Because I promise you, a lot of people are dealing with this in their head and they will never say anything out their mouth. But you can tell who they are because they're very angry people. Very, very angry people. If you have a friend or a trading group, I'm not asking you to tell them to join Super Easy Forex, but I am telling you, text them right now and have them get onto this video. Have them join right now. I don't even care if you're with another group or whatever. Stay with your group. I'm not trying to promote that. I'm promoting, we're retail traders in the Forex market. So one way or the other, we're all family anyway. So have them just jump on right now so they can learn what I'm teaching. Everything ain't about join Super Easy Forex. I don't care if you never join. That's your personal business. Come if you want to. If you don't, that's okay. But what I'm teaching you is what you need to know. And these are personal struggles that people bring to their charts when it's just them and the charts and them having to make a decision on trading. This is the stuff you need to know. How do you feel about you? How do you feel about you? And where did you get that idea from about you in the first place? Who told you you was a fool? Who told you you was a loser? Where did you get that from? And now you come into the charts where this is a very volatile market. And now you already was feeling bad. And you lose your first one or two trades and it just compounds the problem. And now you're buried in your own head, scared to click the button on the next trade that could have turned out to be the biggest winner ever. But you're dealing with mental challenges. Oh, this is some truth. Let's keep going. I ain't done with you yet. I ain't done with you yet. Let's come on. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you. Here's another one. People say, oh, I want to learn Forex. And you're buying 500 different programs. But then in the back of your head, here's what your subconscious mind is telling you. I hate Forex. I can't stand Forex. You can't hate something and expect to be successful at it. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying? Now, this one I can tell you personally was a challenge because I have went through so much garbage, just like the next man. Many of you have been through so much trying to learn Forex, got burned, people took advantage of you. I get it. I was there too. I was there too. And I tell my students, the one part of this business, now that I understand Forex and everything else, and I understand how the rhythm goes, I really don't have passion for it like I used to. My passion comes in from teaching you what I've learned along the way. Because the excitement got burned out through all the challenges and the manipulations and the this and the that and the that. Learn Elliott wave theory, learn the Donchion channels, learn this, learn that, and I'm market makers method. And I went through all this studying and training and this and that and this and kept on losing. Kept on losing. This person, I'll never forget, talked so crazy to me, it was ridiculous. And now that I'm here, oh, I get emails all the time from brokers wanting to partner up with me and this and that. Man, please, I ain't into that. I am excited about teaching people. And those who've already part of Super Easy Forex, you know doggone well I'm telling the truth. Truth is, my classes are only supposed to be 30 minutes to an hour. When was the last time you ever attended one of my classes that only lasted 30 minutes to an hour? Huh? You remember I had to go to an appointment? And I still end up taking an hour and a half to 2 hours on that class. Why? Because my excitement comes from teaching you guys how to get your head straight in the game, how to look at the charts correctly, how to remove yourself from a chart, how to remove yourself from a loss or a win. Don't over celebrate a win too much, and don't over celebrate and don't over indulge in a loss, because it's just business. So you learn to know and dull your feelings and emotions when it comes to Forex, because it's just business. It's just a way of making money. So you don't have to love it and you don't have to hate it. It's just business. Come on now, this is some truth. This is some truth. Come on, I'm stepping on your toes. I ain't done. You got more toes, you got 10 of them. I ain't gonna step on all 10, but I'm gonna hurt a couple of them. Come on, let me keep helping you. The next one, I can't win for nothing. I just can't win for nothing. How many times have you said that to yourself? See, you ain't got to be talking to everybody and telling them what you say, because a lot of times you're lying. But you can tell me the truth, and you can tell yourself the truth, because the truth will set who free? Not everybody else. The truth will set who? You free. So when you come to the Forex market with that kind of mindset, no wonder you're constantly finding losses. You're drawing that kind of energy to you. Everything is magnified to you. I told my students last week, one of the things to help me, I taught my children how to trade. Some of them like to do it. Some they like to do their own thing. No big deal. I really don't care. But I'll never forget, one of my sons has said, yeah, man, this is just like a video game. Just like a video game. And you know what happened? I ended up listening to him, the very person who I taught. I still consider myself a student. And I ended up learning a lesson from my son, my own son, who I taught. He said, oh, it's just like a video game. And because he said that, it triggered something in my head for me to say, you know what, you're taking this thing too personal, P. And ever since then, it's just a game. It's just a game. No big deal. Now, I will say, truth is, the other day, yeah, I did have a very, very bad emotional fit, because I missed out on an opportunity on a trade, and that one trade was worth 6 figures. I ain't gonna lie, I did have an emotional fit about it, because I missed out on that one trade. And I missed it because I got emotional. You see how my interference with my own head caused me to lose an opportunity. See, this is something you have to continue to work on. Your mindset. Your mindset. Your mindset. Because until you work on your mind, nothing is going to be right. And you can leave Forex and you can go to stock market, you can go to options, you can go to real estate, you can go. This principle that I'm teaching you today will follow you. You can go to another job. It's just going to be the same thing. Your success depends on your thinking and your attitude. I used to hear an old term all the time, your attitude determines your aptitude. That sounds real sexy. Let me tell you the truth. As long as you got a junky mind, you're going to have junky results. God can bless you with the best thing in the world and you still going to have bad results. Why? Because it's you. It's you. He can give you the best relationship and you still going to screw that up too. Why? Because of you. And you refuse to work on your mind. You see how this one principle can translate all the way down through any area of your life. And some of you guys, you can debate, and that's what I like about YouTube. Because guess what? When I'm talking, I can shut this camera off and you still got to deal with the echo of what I said. Now, whether you want to deal with the truth or not, that's going to be on you. But the truth is, if you take what I'm telling you today about how your thinking is sabotaging your success, you can take what I'm saying and sit your butt down for 15 minutes and think through your life, and you're going to see that Uncle P was telling the truth about many areas of my life, not just Forex. Oh, this is some good stuff. This is good. Not just Forex. A little bit more. Let's keep going. Many of you guys have said this often. Oh, the Forex market is against me. Every time I place a trade, it's against me. Now, it's a multi-billion, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. It's a multi-trillion-dollar market. And you think that your $10 was worth moving the entire market? Just to take your 10, your $20? You think it? Okay. You can continue to do that. Chances are, here's where you made your mistake, which is where I'm teaching my students. Because most people are being taught to trade the exact same way with these, what I call in class, these tight butt stop losses, you're just one of millions of people who keep doing the same dumb thing. So they're not just targeting your $20, but they're targeting your $20, the next man's $100, the other person's $5, the other person's $50, because all of you guys keep doing the same mistake. And so it feels personal, but it actually isn't. They just know where all of y'all gonna put your stop loss, so they target. They know how most people are being taught to trade, so that's what they do. They target you. See, it's not personal to the markets. It's not personal to them. It's just business, but it's personal to you. And I understand. And let me tell you why it's personal to you. Let me tell you another principle that you need to understand. So you ain't got to believe in the Bible. I'm not here to preach Bible because I ain't no pastor at all. God forbid Uncle Pete, be a pastor. No, but I do believe in God's principles. And here's one of the things that he said, and I teach this to my students all the time, why it's so hard for you to control your emotions when you're trading. I'm going to tell you why. Hear me good. That's because the Bible has a principle in it, and it says, and I see the light is bouncing. Let me turn it this way. The Bible says, watch this. Watch. I'm trying to make sure the light stays cool. The sunlight is moving. The Bible says, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And I'm going to say that again. Where your money is, there will your heart be also. And when it talks about heart, it don't mean the beating heart in your chest. It talks about your emotions, your mind, will, and emotions. That's what the soul actually is. You can write that down. The soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. And when you apply money to your emotions can't detach from your money, and your money can't detach from your emotions. Give you an example. Now, we can be cool, but if you think I'm taking your money, all coolness is out the door. If we're sitting at dinner and you go to the restroom and you come back and you think $20 is missing from your purse, no matter what you originally thought about me, it's going to go out the door. Why? Because the moment you think that your money was being messed with, your emotions kicked in, only to find out that you dropped the $20 on the ground and you made the mistake. But the first thought was, oh, he must be scamming, stealing from me. See how quickly your emotions kick in when it comes to that money. This is why I don't think that Forex is for everybody. Because I don't think that everybody can control their emotions when it comes to their money. Why do you think so many people over leverage on their account and then end up blowing it and then having to refill it every week? That's emotional stuff. You don't know how to control yourself. And when it don't work out, you're looking for somebody to call a scam. Oh, he's a scammer. Let me first say this to anybody who's brand new here. If you ever in your life even think that I'm a scammer, don't ever join our company and don't ever give no money to us and don't ever tune into another video. It's really just that simple. So you have control over it. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Matter of fact, I don't even want to indulge with you if that's what your thoughts are about me. Stay your distance, or you can just keep watching these videos for free. See, no big deal to me. I don't need you. You really don't need me. You need to fix your thoughts first. Oh, he's scamming. Okay, just don't come around. That's pretty simple to me. See, because you're starting a relationship off wrong. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Let me give you a few more pointers and I'll be done with you for today. Again, I know goodness well, this is very unique teaching. You're not going to hear this in Forex from any other person. Because I chased and I looked at videos and I was for 5 straight years, tirelessly, 7 days a week, never took a day off. I looked and I searched for answers. This answer wasn't here. It wasn't here. That's why I'm giving you what I know. Because some of these things that I'm talking about, as far as how I felt about Forex and Yeah, I went through it. I know how it feels. That's why I'm coming back from the other side of the dead thinking and telling you, you got to fix your head. How did I make it over? Here's some of the things that I did. Watch this. Number one, I started saying, I hate that it happened to me, but what do I need to do next to keep it moving? Notice the mindset of successful people. I was listening to Mark Cuban talk. I was listening to Bishop T.D. Jakes talk. I was listening to Ty Lopez. I was listening to Warren Buffett. Notice who I'm listening to, by the way. And I can go on and on and on down the list of people. These are successful people that we all know. They're household names. But the problem is that each one of them went through brutal processes just like you and I. But here was their mindset, and I had to learn to adopt it. Here was their mindset. Okay, I hate that that happened to me, but what do I need to do next? See, they had a keep it moving attitude. They didn't just stop and start saying, oh, the world is against me, and I'm never going to win, and everybody is a scammer, and da-da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. See, they went through that process. Everybody's going to go through that at some point, but they didn't stay there like some of you do. You're staying there. You're staying stuck on that loss. You're staying stuck on that bad situation. You're staying stuck on that bad experience. And it's permeating every area of your life because you're staying there. The Bible uses a term, it came to pass. It came into your life just like it did in everybody else's. But when are you going to let it pass? Why are you angry at everybody? It was a situation. Let it pass. Let it go, because you're still alive. There's a whole lot more left in your tank. Let's keep going. And that's what I had to learn. Let me keep it going. I'll never forget, I had paid, and I told my students about this. I had paid one time when I was trying to learn the stocks. I had paid because these presentations, they give these fancy presentations with the people standing in the back with the suits, and you got this presentation in these whole fancy hotels, and I bought it trying to learn, even in the stock market. It cost me $25. You pay how much for your little indicators? And you crying? Try paying $25,000 cash. Not credit, cash. And my parents were with me, so they paid $25,000 cash. That's $50,000 between me and my parents to learn how to trade in the stock market. And you crying about a cheap indicator for a couple of $100? Get out of here. Miss me with that. See the mindset? And all I had learned from that experience, they taught us about greed and fear. That's the only thing I remember. Other than that, it was a waste of money. But did I stop and cry about it? Temporarily, yes, but then I kept it moving. Why? Because it was just one circumstance and I had to learn from it. Okay, and I keep it moving. You see the difference? You lost $50 on a trade or $50 on the indicator, and you still crying 3 months later. Get your butt up. Or either quit and do something else. That's why I said at the very beginning, I really don't think that investments of any type, because Forex is just an investment vehicle. Forex, listen, I don't think that everybody is cut out for any type of investments, because it does come with risk. And if you know it comes with risk, then why, when you risk and it's every once in a while you bump into a loss, why are you falling apart over it? If you're going to fall apart, then just don't do it. Oh, God, this is some good teaching. I wish somebody would have taught me some truth like this when I was coming up the ranks. But that's okay. That's why I'm going back to help my fellow Forex traders, my retail trader family. And you ain't got to like me. Here's the truth. Some of my best mentors, I couldn't stand them at the time because they was telling me things I didn't want to hear. But then when I look back on it, they were my best mentors because they was telling me things I didn't want to hear. But the truth is, I needed to hear it, or else I would always have been stuck like some of you guys. Let's go to another one real quick. Here's another one. Winner mindset. What can I have? What can I watch? Watch. And let me turn it this way to make sure there's enough light. What can I learn from the situation. Many of you guys, you still squandering and whining over your little $50, as opposed to all this time that you've been squandering and whining over a loss. You could have sat there and said, what could I have learned from it? Build off of that and kept it moving. But you still stuck on stupid. Yeah, I said it. You stuck on stupid. I didn't say you were stupid. I said, but you're stuck on stupid. Because it's stupid to keep on thinking about the same old thing without learning the lesson from it so you can build off of that and keep it moving. See, you are the problem. You. One more. Here's one that is still something that I work on to this day. And I'll leave you guys with this. I think I beat you up enough and stepped on enough toes. I'll leave you two for the weekend so you can limp off of. But let me leave you with this one. This is a big one. And I'm always constantly working on this one. And not just in, but it's really not even in Forex. Because Forex is just, I figured that out. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, it's really not. You're going to lose a couple of trades here or there, but you're going to win a bunch of them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's just, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way, the nature of the market. Because you're dealing with a volatile situation. Every time you place a trade, Euro USD, guess what? That's the Euro, the European Union versus the United States. So the president can send out a tweet, or the European Union can have some situation go off in their country, and it ain't personal. It's just, if that pops off, the market is going to react in a way that you weren't prepared, and I wasn't prepared. So therefore, not every loss had anything to do with you doing the wrong analysis or this and that. You're in the business of trading two entire countries' economies. And if that president's leadership or whatever, or some fight breaks out or a riot breaks out in that country, or some tornado or whatever breaks out or whatever, it can happen at any time. And therefore, you will lose the trade, not because you did anything wrong. So set that to the side that I did. See, the loser mindset says, what am I doing wrong? Well, what was wrong was that you jumping into a business that you don't understand. Now, every once in a while, yeah, you make a mistake, I'm making a mistake, and then you just correct it and going back. Other times, it may not have nothing to do with you. I told my students on the NZD, if y'all don't believe me, watch this one. I'll say this and let me move on. And let me close this video. But on NZD pairs, if you look at your charts before the market ain't open yet, that's what I'm talking to you. Look on your charts. You'll see that the NZD dragged on and on and on, up and away. And I told my students, be very careful of trading it. Why? Because it had interest rates news last week, and then they had the elections. Week before that, it had the interest rate news, and last week it had the election. So I said the NZD is probably being manipulated right now to be stronger than what it actually really is. But I said, here's the two reasons why. Notice what I said. I didn't say, oh, because of John or because of Susie, or because I said because of the country itself had interest rate announcements coming up, which spiked it, just like I told them. And then you had the elections, just like I told them. Notice when I'm explaining, I ain't said nothing about me personally or you personally or nothing. It had to do with the country itself. They had some stuff going on. So therefore, if you was trying to sell against it, no wonder you lost. It was nothing personal. But you took it personal because you said it was about you. Oh, it's about these indicators. It's about these charts. It's about this. I'm a loser. It had nothing to do with you. See how your mind is interfering with things? With the natural process of Forex? Some trades have something to do with the country. Wow, isn't that a new concept? Seeing that you're trading two countries' economies, you never thought to think about what impact the news events in those countries could have on your trade. Oh, no wonder there's never a holy grail in Forex. Stop looking for a holy grail. There isn't one. Because you're trading two countries' economies. But you don't realize that. Why? Because you've been taught to look at trend lines and this and that. Never to even consider the fact that you're actually trading two countries' economies. And if President Trump tweets something out, the U.S. may be affected. The GBP. Oh, they're still having Brexit negotiations. If it went well this week, guess what? The GBP is looking good. If they have bad ones, then the GBP gonna be bad. You never even thought of it that way, have you? Why? Because you were never taught to look at, watch this, fundamentals. Do you see what I'm saying? How I learned to separate what was going on in the Forex market from myself, because I realized not every loss had something to do with me doing anything wrong. So ain't no need in putting myself down. Oh, you chose the wrong indicators. You chose the wrong trading system. You chose the wrong mental. You so stupid. Ain't had nothing to do with it. It's the nature of the business. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Oh God, I wish I would share this video. I ain't saying we do pay affiliate fees, so if you want to join as an affiliate and make money, that's fine. But I ain't telling you to share this video for that reason. I'm telling you because I know many of you guys are surrounded by other fellow traders, and all of y'all are struggling with the same problem because all of y'all ain't never been taught this information. And so you're going to continue to go down the same path of mental destruction and losing and being scared to take the winning trades because your losers is freaking you out because you ain't thinking right. Let me leave you again with this last one. I must strive to keep a short memory of losses. Did you hear what I said? I must keep a short memory of losses. And that's not just in Forex. That's when people betray me. That's when people try to steal from me. That's when people lie on me and say, oh, he's this and he's that, and you don't even know me. I have donated to, let God knows. I don't even need to say it. Shut up, Pat. Because some people ain't going to make a difference anyway. If they ain't going to like you, they ain't going to like you. See, I have to keep a short memory. And so do you. Somebody hurt you in your past. And ever since then, somebody called you dumb. Somebody said something negative about you. You went through a divorce. You went through losses. You went through this and that. And all of that is still clinging on to you like a backpack. And you're remembering every experience. And therefore, every experience you went through is affecting every experience you're having now. LD says in the comments, he said, losses are lessons. I wish it was for everybody. Everybody don't learn the lessons of their losses. They see it as convictions. They see it as against me. God is against me. Life is against me. They don't see it as simple for what it is. It was just a lesson so that you can learn from it. What can I learn from? I'm reading Tyler Perry's book, which I suggest you guys read. And I'm sorry I can't remember the name of it, but it has a mint green color with Tyler Perry on the front. It's a fascinating book. I knew nothing about all the stuff that Tyler Perry went through. Oh my God. But yet he's a household name. But if you get his book and read it, wow. So for me, I went through a lot of betrayal. I went through a lot of losses. I went through a lot of hurt. I went through a lot of things. But I'm not teaching you and just constantly doing videos about, oh, here's what happened to me. Woe is me. Woe is me. Woe is me. I come back and I teach you what I learned from those woes. Because my rule of thumb for my personal life is every loss must pay dividends. Did you hear what I said? Every time life beats me down, it better pay me back for every tear that's shed from these eyes. Every loss better convert into a blessing. And sometimes the blessing ain't for me, it's for others. Why do you think I spend 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on a class that should have only been 30 minutes with my students? Because I spend as much time as necessary. I answer and I try to answer every person who raised a hand in class. And I don't rush out of class quickly. Oh, we're out of time. Come back next week. I don't do that to them because I want to make sure that whatever loss I had, I can give a good answer to help them not have to deal with what I've been through. And some of y'all who's watching this video, you know doggone well that I'm telling the truth because you be in my classes. See, I convert my pain into a blessing. And sometimes the blessing is for others, sometimes it's for me, and it's okay. But either way it goes, I have to keep a short memory of my pain, or else it would devour me just like it would anybody else. And especially in Forex, you can't hang on to a loss. You had a bad trading week last week? No problem. What did you learn from it? Take notes, journal. That'll help you fix. My son, I had him on as a guest He's a freaking trading beast. He trades differently from me, but he's a trading beast. And one of the things that he is by far better than me at, and I interviewed him in class with my students, and one of the first things he continued to talk about is how he journals his every trade. Win or loss, he journals his trades. And that's how he was able to figure out where he was making mistakes and how to fix them. Because he journals. How many of you are journaling your trades to learn lessons? How do you think I figured out what the best times in the markets to trade? And I don't give a flying fart whether I see a good setup or not. If it's at the wrong time, I don't want it. Because why? I started watching and monitoring and sitting back and paying attention and journaling. And I figured out what the real market makers' moves were. Many of you guys, you're looking for chart patterns. That ain't the market makers' real moves. It's the time that they do it. And when I figured that out, that's how I'm helping people improve their trading in our group. Because they know I don't give a flying fart what you see. Don't glance at it. Stay away from the charts. Go do something else and come back during these times. And your winning percentage will shoot through the roof. Do you see how I've turned converted losses into wins? I didn't stop. I got hurt just like everybody else, but I learned to keep it moving, player. I keep it moving. Keep it moving. That's how you have a winning mindset. And as a result, life will turn right back around and say, you know what? And I heard this from a guy. His name was, and I ain't gonna say his name, don't worry about it. I don't want to say nothing. But I learned this from a guy. And he said, life will challenge you on purpose to see if you're worthy of its blessings. And once it has wrestled with you enough, I'll leave you with this thought. Once it has wrestled with you enough, and found out that you wouldn't give up, then it converts and turns around and give you blessings as a reward for the challenge. And I'm what they say, paraphrasing what he said, but that's the gist. Life will find a way to reward you for your consistency, even in the midst of your pain. I hope this was a blessing to you. Y'all have a great Sunday. Have a great trading week, whether you're with me or with another group. Doesn't matter. If you do want to join us, it is my job to say it because people get on me. Why ain't you say nothing about your company? Well, because I'm here to be a blessing on Sunday to you. Whether you join or not, that's fine. But I will tell you, if you want to join us, the description is in the details below. Our website, our email, everything is in there, superezforex.com. Okay, but again, if you don't like this video, you think I'm a scammer, I'm begging you, just don't join. Don't even give us a try. If that's your thought process, just stay away. But if you're looking for a good mentor, somebody who's going to help you throughout and really care about you, okay, then come along, because I'm in class every week. Unless I'm on vacation, which is very rare. Other than that, I'm going to be there for you. Because that is where my pleasure comes in. Just like doing these free videos. This is where my pleasure comes in Forex. Because I know I'm making a change in people's lives. People sending in testimonies. Oh man, I made $5,000 this week. Oh, I made $3,000 this week. And they're posting wins. Okay, that's great. That's great. I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you. But one of the things I'm always telling them, now that you're making money, don't you dare forget to give back to some poor people. If God tells you to give that homeless man $20 while you at the stoplight, don't you dare, because if I hear about it, I promise you, you and I gonna have words. Don't you dare forget about the poor man on the corner with the $20. Well, he on drugs. How do you know? You ain't him. Just be generous. If God tells you to buy a computer for somebody at the school, and you just made $5,000 in my group, oh God, I almost said a word. Doggone it, you better go buy that computer like Jesus told you to do. Be generous. See, that's just my way of being a blessing to the world, because I know I'm helping people make money in Forex now, and now they can go back and help somebody else. So if you think I'm a scam, just stay away, because I really don't want to feel like dealing with you anyway. I'm here to help people move forward with their life, not to sit up here and strive and straggle with you, because you're just going to slow me down from what I'm trying to do. And it's really just that simple. Okay? So with all love and all respect, I love you guys. A friend of mine told me a long time ago, he said, hey, P, love is an action word. What he was saying is, when you hear people say they love you, don't worry about what they say, watch what they do. I have been doing videos for a couple of years now. And many people have been tuning in, and sometimes they tell it, man, I've been watching your videos for 2 years, 3 years, 1 year, 6 months. Great. because that's what I'm here to do. I don't charge nothing for y'all to see these videos. This ain't nobody paying me to do this. I do this because I love you. And I really want you to get your head together, whether you join us or if you don't join us, that's fine. But I know this is my way of giving back to help you so that you don't go through the struggles that I went through when I was trying to learn Forex and the stock market and the options market. You pick binary options. It was always the same thing. I'm just here to be a blessing to you. Okay? But again, if you do want to join us. If not, have a blessed week. Okay? Anyway, I'm going to go hang out with my wife. Hopefully this video was a blessing to you. Share it with your group and get their mindsets together and y'all all can win. Bye.